Hey Jelly Babes, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be doing the other plate that was very kindly sent to me from Ejiubas for review. Now you may be wondering why I've got this plaster on. If you're squeamish you might want to look away. But basically I had quite a nasty break. I'm just going to try and get it to focus. And yes, it is as painful as it looks. Basically this happened because you may or may not know, I can't remember who I have and haven't told, but basically we're getting dominance issues between the dogs and they're fighting like mad at the moment. So I kind of got harnesses on Rogue and Roxy and kind of went to grab Roxy's harness because they're about to fight, and obviously I grabbed it a bit too hard and it literally just snapped my nail right off and it's throbbing like mad. So it's wearing the plaster of shame. Shame on you, you bad finger. Just so obviously while it's not looking very nice, it's covered up so you don't have to see it. And then obviously I don't want acetone going in it when I'm cleaning the plates as well. So here's a quick look at the plates. I absolutely love these plates that Sarah R has created. Now they're different to the Ejiubas because normally you kind of get like a buffet style the one side and then like you get on the other side you get like individual swatches, but on both of these she's just got individual swatches. Which is absolutely fine with me, and there are some gorgeous images on these plates. I love like the flower lacy ones on the Sarah R1 plate. So I'm just going to do the one plate today, which is this one, and then I'm going to do both sides of this plate, and then in another video I'll do the other plate and again both sides. And yes, that scratch was in the process of separating the dogs. So yeah, so stress levels are rather high in the house at the moment. So we're just trying to figure it all out. They are all due to come in for their second season, so I don't know whether that's just like making them a little bit more cranky than normal, because obviously they've all had their first season together and it wasn't too bad. But obviously they are still young girls, they are maturing, so it's kind of like bad timing as they're all maturing together, and Rogue and Roxy are definitely fighting it out to be the pack leader. So it's a bit of a stressful situation because Phoebe has submitted to Roxy. She kind of submitted to Roxy before Rogue came along. So in her eyes, Rogue is just being completely naughty and she needs to submit. But in Rogue's eyes, she's like, I'm the more dominant one, you submit to me. So it's a very frustrating makeup at the moment, and we are watching Caesar Milan like crazy, trying to pick up tips, and it is working, but it's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. They obviously act very differently when my husband's at home, Mr. Jelly, because obviously, like, you know, he's like the alpha male and pack leader and, you know, and all the rest of it. Whereas I'm like, I am nervy and I can't help it. It's not a nice sight, and I know like they don't respond to me like they do when my husband's there. So yeah, so it's very frustrating at the moment, but hopefully we'll sort it all out. We're just kind of trying to keep them all separate at the moment just to get the tension down in the house. Right, anyway, I'm not going to ramble on about my family life because I'm swatching this. So I'm kind of doing like a mixture of swatches. Obviously you're coming into spring, but I also, as you saw from the last swatch, I wanted to put some sort of autumny colours in there as well, because you can do that with these images. So it's going to be kind of, you know, handy from sort of spring, summer to autumn time. And I just wanted to get these little animal images. You can put that on the top as an idea, maybe if you wanted to do nail art with that theme. So I'm just sort of mixing up the colours and trying to obviously swatch as much of the plate as possible. And then on the other side of the plate I will actually sort of pop my fake stiletto nails on, and I'll show you swatches so like you kind of get to see how it would look on the hand. I know obviously it's not my own nails, and obviously my stiletto nails are longer, but you still get to see them how they swatch. And I just think it kind of, I don't know, spices it up a little. I don't know. You'll have to just excuse, not confuse. I'm just confirming what I'm about to say. You'll just have to excuse my little brain at the moment. I am really trying hard to kind of talk things through, but my head feels like it's in a bit of a blender at the moment, with stuff that's going on in the home life. So yeah, so you will have to excuse me if I'm not my normal kind of chatty self. I'm just trying to work stuff out. But I love how those colours have blended together. It looks like proper autumny leaves as well. So I'm just going to do a few more swatches off of this plate, and then I'll switch it and then put me stiletto-y nails on. Now with this one, I probably should have used a black, but we'll see. I don't think this is strong enough. Nope, not really. But you get the idea. I'm kind of trying to show you like the littler images as well as the sort of individual larger images as best I can. So I'm just going to get Mr. Snaily here and add that on top of, to me, what looks like a really zoomed in part of a leaf. Or something. It's a zoomed in part of something. But anyway, I'm just basically I'm showing you like the swatches and that they swatch fine. Even if it doesn't necessarily look great together. So there you go. That is the last swatch, and they all have swatched really well. So I'm going to flip it over now, and I've got this side of the plate, which is just as gorgeous as the other side. And I've put on my fake stiletto nails, and I'm just going to show you how I've created the bases. Now I got this idea from Dreamy M's channel with the Sharpie nail art and the sponge, and it looked super cool, and I kind of always wanted to try it but never got round to it. Now ideally you probably could have done it in an opposite order, put the Sharpie pen on the dry sponge and then put it on the acetone, or mix it in with the acetone, because obviously you don't want to ruin in your Sharpies. And basically you just sort of dab it over your nail, and kind of you can keep coming back until you're happy with how it looks and change the position of the colours. But I kind of wanted like a greeny base for this swatch, these swatches, as obviously this is very like leaf orientated images, so that's kind of what I wanted it to look like. So I'm just going to pop this on. And it's such a cool image. Actually, I think it's going to be easier if I just switch to my clear jelly stamper to try and swatch. I kind of can't swatch it that well on camera, so I'm going to do it this way so you get to see it. And as you can see, even though this is quite long, you do tend to get the whole image on most of the nail. So that's good. You can kind of like, the way you position it can kind of get it to stretch a bit as you apply it, which is really handy. And I'm just going to use the same black polish for all of these nails, but isn't that just really cool? And I'm going to try and swatch as many of these little animal things as possible. But I just thought it was a nice mix-up seeing it on pop sticks and on actual nails, even though these are not my actual nails, but you get the point. Let's swatch this one here. Sorry if anyone's got a fear of spiders. It's not real, if that helps. I hate spiders. I actually really hate them. I think it's animals in general that kind of like scurry is what I don't like. Like, it's normally with a fear with animals, it's the action that you don't like with birds or butterflies, it's fluttering. So yeah, I think with any sort of bugs, it's the ability to kind of scurry fast that I don't think I like. So yes, I think this image here is super cool. Now, I am doing this across all 10 nails, but just for easiness sake, I've kind of took the other fake nails off and put the fresh ones on, and I will show you it all at the end. It's just easier to do it this way when I'm stamping, because obviously then I'm using my dominant hand all the time. And as you can see, all these are picking up absolutely fine and look fabulous. And as well, because there's negative space on some of the images, you're going to be able to fill them in with nice colours as well. So yes, lots of potential with this plate. Let's go and position this. It's really good. I'll cover up everything I'm doing with my hand because that's really helpful to you, isn't it? It's so hard trying to get everything in shot and on camera, because obviously you've got to be able to see what you're doing and then be able to show it on the camera as well. So that is the last swatch. No, it isn't. This is the last swatch, that's what I meant. I'm just going to pop this on the thumb. I really like that image there. It's really cool. So there you go, position it so you can see it properly. So now I'm just going to peel the liquid latex off, because I know you like to see the peeling off. I'm not going to say the term because I don't like it, but you know what I mean. You like seeing the peel off action. Let's just keep it at that. So there you go. And this is just great because it helps obviously with cleanup, because then you just need to come in with the brush and acetone and it's hardly any cleanup at all. So I love liquid latex for that. Makes it so much easier and cleaner. Ooh, that was some good peel off action right there. So I've gone ahead and cleaned up, and I really love all these swatches together. There's the thumbs. Actually, I'll just turn it round so you can see. Sorry, that's affected the lighting somewhat. And here are the other swatches all cleaned up as well. So I really have enjoyed swatching these plates for you, Jelly Babes. Thank you to Ejiubas for sending them. And obviously I'm going to do the other plate in the next video. So please click subscribe, and here's some videos to check out also. Bye.